All right, now we've got an application problem. Lily preparing for her HL exam, short response question in 5 minutes, 18 minutes to solve long response. What combination of complete questions can she answer if she works continuously for 96 minutes? And in our ideal scenario, she doesn't lose any time. So we've got 5x plus 18y is going to equal 96 minutes. So x, of course, being our short questions, and then y being our longer questions. So first of all, we want to check and make sure that this problem is going to have a solution. So we can only look for our integer solutions, how we know it's Diophantine. So GCD of 5 and 18, well, that's 1, so of course it's going to be a divisor of 96. All right, so let's go ahead and work this out and see what we can find. So solving this, if I think about my GCD and finding this equation, 18 is equal to 5 times 3 plus 3, and then I would get as my next line 5 is equal to 3 times 1 plus 2, and then I would get next that 2 is equal to 1 times, let's see, what am I dividing here? So now, sorry, not 2, 3 is 2 times 1 plus 1, and now 2 is equal to 1 times 2 plus 0. So there was my GCD of 1, and I can use my equations to say that, of course, I can say here that 1 is equal to 3, what are we saying? 1 is equal to 3 minus 2. And then going back and substituting, 2 is equal to 5 minus 3. And then I can continue to collect my like terms. Now I've got my 3 is equal to 18 minus 5 times 3, and then I've got in my 18s and my 5s. So 1 is equal to 3, substituting in for my 3 actually, so 3, my 3 is 18 minus 5 times 3 minus 5 minus, parentheses in the wrong place. All right, 5 minus, again, 18 minus 5 times 3. And now I can collect my like terms. So let's look at what we've got here. 18 plus 18 is 2 times 18. And then minus 5 times 3, here's another minus 5. So that's minus 4 times 5 plus 3 times 5 is minus 1 times 5. This doesn't make sense. 2 times 18 minus 5 definitely does not equal 1. So somewhere we've gone wrong here. This would make a positive. That means that is still minus there. So then we have minus 7 times 5. All right, that makes more sense. I don't want it to equal 1 though, I want it to equal 96. So to make this equal 96, I'm just going to multiply everything by 96. That doesn't make sense though. So let me see what I did over here. Okay, that is what I did. Excellent. So I'm glad to see that I was doing the right track. But now we want to go into our initial conditions. So here, let's come back. So by multiplying by 96, I got a specific solution. So then we can take that and put it into our particular solutions. So let me come back over here. All right, so now we've got a particular x, and we've got a particular y. So I should not have had another minus sign here. This should be a multiplication sign. So here is our particular y, and let me see if I've got those in the right order. Yes. No. I set it up with my 5s as my x. So here is my y, and here is my particular x value. So I know in general my x values are going to be negative 96 times 7 plus I had 18 over 1 k. Remember, I'm saying 18 over 1 because that was my GDC. My y value is going to be my particular y minus 5k. And now I want to go with my initial values. So I know that I could spend all of my time working short questions or all of my time working long questions, which is how I developed my initial conditions over here. So my x number of questions, I have to end up with a value between 0 and 96 divided by 5. Again, my particular x was my multiplying by 96 and then adding 18k, and here was my particular y values. So we're going to try and find my integers that make the most sense. So 96 divided by 5 gives me as an integer 39, because remember we can only have integers. So we end up with a k value solving this linear inequality. We end up with k having to be between 37 and 39. Over here, we end up having to be between 37 and 38. 37 can't be included. And so what we end up with is the number that fits both of these conditions is 38. So going back, we can then say we have our k value. We can find the particular solution that we want, which is x is 12 and y is 2. So she'll solve 12 short response and 12 long questions without wasting any of her time.